What's up, everybody? This is Sunko, the Korean bro. Tonight is March 2nd and Wednesday night. Um, Tonight, I invested some more money into the company named EPAM Systems and Etsy. The reason I invested some more money into these stocks are because I've been looking at these companies for a while, especially EPAM Systems. Its price is really low at this point because of war between Russia and Ukraine. Its price went down drastically. Its value is really high, but then uh software side, how should I call it, there's a department where they make software is located at somewhere in between Ukraine and Russia. I'm talking about a region. Because of that, it went down like 40% a couple of days ago, and I thought it was a really good timing for me to invest some more money into it. Because EPAM Systems is like one of the companies the people say I have to pay attention to. So yeah, pretty much that was it. And also, I invested some more money into Etsy because uh, it was cheap and it was worth it. Mm. I really believe in myself that it would go up uh, a bit more. So anyway, they are the reasons why I invested money into it. And let's look at our articles one by one and see how I can um respond to its move. Okay. Uh, Tonight, let's see. I can see big move in Popmatic. Popmatic. What happened to Popmatic? Uh, it went down by 17%. Uh, Popmatic to present at upcoming investor conferences. Three supercharged small cap stocks with 300% upside by 2025. Top's quarter four earnings and revenue estimates. Popmatic announces fourth quarter and fiscal year ended 2021 financial results. Down more than 25% in 2022. Top stocks worth buying this March. Three supercharged small cap stocks with 300% upside by 2025. Good things come in small packages. Though small cap stocks are riskier than mature companies, their return potential is often greater. The small cap trio offers game-changing innovation that can quadruple an initial investment by mid-decade. Okay. The first 2 months of 2022 haven't gone as planned for Wall Street or the investing community. Historically high U.S. inflation and rising geopolitical tensions have sent the broad-based S&P 500 uh, and tech-driven Nasdaq Composite into correction territory, down at least 10% from their highs. Okay. Although moves lower in the stock market are unavoidable and at times worrisome, there are also an undeniable opportunity to buy into game-changing businesses at a discount. Eventually, every crash or correction throughout history has been put into the rear view mirror by a bull market rally. Every crash or correction throughout history has been put into the rear view mirror by a bull market rally. Okay. So, arguably the best deals to be had right now can be found in the small cap arena. Small cap stocks, those with market caps ranging between $300 million and $2 billion, usually offer above average growth prospects relative to brand name companies, but may also lack the time tested qualities investors find with mature businesses. In other words, higher riskier but bigger reward potential. Right now, there are three supercharged small cap stocks investors can buy that offer what I believe to be up to 300% upside by 2025. That offer uh what I believe to be up to 300% upside by 2025. Okay, the first small cap with the ability to quadruple in value by mid-decade is cloud-based programmatic ad technology, Podmatic. Okay, it went down by 17%, so it's worth buying it because it's now it has become much cheaper, right? We'll see about it. 300% gain would take the company's valuation to $6 billion from the $1.5 billion it closed at this past week. What's known as a sell-side platform in the programmatic ad space. What this means is it is helps. What this means is it helps publishers sell their display space to advertisers with machine learning software handling the buying, selling, and optimization of the ads. Although publishers are able to provide certain inputs, such as the minimum price they'd accept for selling display space, the process of buying, selling, and optimizing ads is done without human interaction. Planet 13 Holdings. And what else do we have? Loot. It's quite risky, and at this point, I've got a lot of companies added on my watch list already, so I'm going to pass this time. And what else do we have? Upstart Holdings went down by 7%. Okay. 7% down by Zoom. 8% down by Rivian. 8% down by Magna International. Let's see. 3 top auto stocks to buy and hold for the long owl. Magna International. Magna International. Mobile Tile Systems probably joint stock. Manifest. Spots. C Limited down by 13%. 4% down by Allet, 4% up by Workday, Manifest, Materialize, NV, 4% down, 10% down by MP Materialize Corp, Romeo Power 7% down, Snowflake, Unity Software. Let's see Unity Software. This is also good company, Unity Software. Two top stocks in creativity worth considering. 2 stocks that I'm keeping my eyes on during this correction. Okay, small cap EV stocks are no longer getting Wall Street love. Are investor stocks to buy and watch? 7 stocks. Uh, that Kathy Woods or ETF showing Tesla rallies. Billionaire Stephen Cohen loads up on these 2 penny stocks, putting 7 biggest economic problems. Evercore, auto stocks down in oil. Airbnb stock, is it a buy or sell? Here's what fundamentals Airbnb stock chart actions say. Sees war, blunting dollar, boosting crypto. Growth angst shakes markets already obsessed with inflation risk. Why Wall Street can't agree on where the market are heading. Why Wall Street can't agree on where the markets are heading. Why Russian-Ukraine crisis isn't stopping the $10 trillion asset manager from buying stocks, causing bond yields to tumble. Why stagflation may be coming. Target is raising starting wages to as high as $24 an hour. Stock market tries steady itself as oil tops $100 again. Future rise with European stocks as oil tops $110. Markets wrap. Healthy. Treasury Department targets. Apple stops product sales in Russia, adding to pressure from shippers, car makers. Investors can no longer afford to ignore geopolitical risk, the cost of each trucking action. Ukraine Russia Bitcoin potential sanctions posture. Salesforce tops $7 billion in quarterly revenue for first time. Executive focusing on Slack instead of looking for new acquisitions. Putin signs decree to prohibit living in Russia with more than $110,000 in foreign currency. Three ETFs to invest globally in quarter 2 2022. Nordstrom 2 pipeline fires all itself. Is Paladin stock a buy or sell amid the buy a buzz? Executive shakeups. Hires Google Microsoft vet as chief technological officer. What does AMD's buyback mean for its stock? Nothing really interests me. Let's just look at some of my watch list on detail instead. Let's go to my portfolio and we've got like good one 32 companies on my good one and looking for 120 on looking for buy timing and 17 on my watch list. Let's look at good one first. Option holdings. We got like 120. MP Materials Corp. Okay. ARK invest stocks to buy and watch 7 stocks. The Cathy Woods ARK ETF showing Tesla rallies are some of the hottest funds after 2020's huge stock market gains. 7 ARK invest stocks to buy and watch are Coinbase, DraftKings, Roku, Block, Teladoc Health, Tesla, and Zoom Video. How to invest like Cathy Wood. Focus on game changers. Oh. The ARK fund's huge gain in 2020 resulted from big stock success stories in cutting-edge tech areas: DNA sequencing, robotics, artificial intelligence, energy storage, and blockchain technology. Disruptive innovation is often not priced correctly by traditional investment strategy because people may not understand how big the ultimate opportunities are going to be. They aren't sizing the opportunity and they aren't analyzing the disruption. Wood, the founder and CEO of ARK Invest, commented on the company's website. Tesla, Teladoc Health, and Zoom Video, Roku, Block. Coinbase Global. Wow. Really good one is right here. Block. Block is right here. And we got Coinbase Global. Coinbase debuted on April 14, pricing at $250 a share. DraftKings Stocks is an online sports platform that allows users to play daily fantasy games and win cash prizes. The company's support is to take advantage of the expanding legalization of digital sports betting across the US. DraftKings stock remains below its key 50-day moving average. In the long-term 200-day line, shares are about 67% off their 52-week high. Remains below its key 50-day moving average. Long-term 200-day line. Zoom Video Stock is the leader in modern enterprise video communications with a cloud platform for video and audio conferencing, chat and webinars across mobile, desktop, and room systems. Roku stock is trading more than 70% off its 52-week high amid sharp weaknesses in recent months. Teladoc Health stock. It doesn't say much about DraftKings. Online sports platform, DraftKings. Let's keep on this and we'll see what it is. 4X Pharmaceuticals, Harpoon Therapeutics. all related to biopharma. Ever core ISI chairman, the economic problem list for Russian President Vladimir Putin is piling up. The economic problem list for Russian President Vladimir Putin is piling up, says big name investor Ed Hyman. Every course ISIs closely followed, the chairman revealed 7 key issues now facing Putin's economy in a new note Tuesday afternoon. The ruble has plunged. The plunge in the ruble could push inflation to over 20%. The stock market has plunged. The policy rate is up to 20%. Unprecedented economic sanctions are being applied. Unprecedented economic sanctions are being applied. Right. Foreign companies are shutting down their Russian operations. Russia is being cut off from the rest of the world. To be sure, it's getting ugly for Russia in light of its ongoing invasion of Ukraine. Well-known Western multinationals such as MasterCard, Visa, HP, and BlackRock have sought to distance themselves from doing businesses in Russia. Yahoo Finance has an exhaustive list of companies pulling away from Russia. The maneuvers come as the West blocked selected Russia banks from the SWIFT payment system. The decision essentially denies Russia access to financial markets globally. The decision essentially denies Russia access to financial markets globally and opens its economy up to a potentially severe decline. The economic situation in Russia has turned so rapidly that JP Morgan strategists tell Yahoo Finance the country is uninvestable. Global asset market continues to reflect the yawning uncertainty around how the invasion will end and the long-term economic fallout. Rocks markets. Given what is going on in Russia and Ukraine, especially with the weaponization of money, that the Western world has decided to at least initially combat that with what I think that has led to a flight into safe havens, inclusive of treasuries. I think a lot of that buying is because of the uncertainty with regard to Russia. Weaponization of money that the Western world has decided to at least initially combat. That what I think that has led to a flight. Hmm. For sure, at this point, crisis between Ukraine and Russia has certainly impacted Russia in negative way. Like it's listed up here. Its inflation went up. Uh, the value of ruble went down, and uh, countries all over the world are like having a um, negative sanctions on Russia and like uh, shutting down businesses with Russia and stuff like that. Hmm. Russia's invasion of Ukraine could prompt more people to turn away from the dollar in a potential boost for cryptocurrencies and local fiat, according to billionaire Mark Novogratz in long-term crypto bull. The recent surge in Bitcoin trading using the Russian ruble and Ukraine hryvnia has bolstered advocates' case that a decentralized currency can offer refuge when access to a traditional banking breaks down. The invasion and sanctions against Russia could push more regular people toward crypto, Novogratz said, while making clear that doesn't imply Bitcoin is being used to avoid sanctions. We've never had a group of nations in the East since confiscate real estate from Russian tycoons. Okay, whatever. Apple stops product sales in Russia. Like I said before, many companies um, many companies have negative sanctions on Russia, and even Apple stops producing sales. Apple stops doing businesses with Russia. They stop product sales in Russia, adding to pressure from cheaper car makers. American big brands including Apple, Google, Ford, and Harley Davidson on Tuesday stopped sales and distanced themselves from Russia because of the invasion of Ukraine, joining a growing list of companies from shippers to car makers to energy companies joining the country. Apple Inc. said it has stopped sales of iPhones and other products in Russia. Alphabet Inc.'s Google dropped Russian state publishers from its news. Ford Motor told its Russian manufacturing partner it was suspending operations in the country, and Harley Davidson Inc. suspended its business and shipments of its bikes. The world's biggest shipping lines, MSC and Musk, suspended container shipping to and from Russia, deepening the country's isolation. The West has imposed heavy restrictions on Russia to close off its economy from the global financial system, pushing companies to halt sales, cut ties, and dump tens of billions of dollars worth of investments. We're deeply concerned about the Russian invasion of Ukraine and stand with all of the people who are suffering as a result of the violence. Apple said in a statement announcing a pause in sales in Russia and other measures, including limiting Apple Pay and dropping the ability to download RT News outside of Russia. The steady drum beat of companies taking a stance increased later in the day as rockets struck major cities in Ukraine. Ford is deeply concerned about the invasion of Ukraine and the resultant threats to peace and stability. The situation has compelled us to reassess our operations in Russia, Ford said, adding to several days of announcements by global car companies. Okay. Let's see. We got a Peloton company, and is it a buy opportunity or do we have to sell this company? Hmm. From what I know, recently CEO of this company has been changed. Um, and people buy this stock mainly because they hope that new change will come as CEO is now different, right? So let's see what article author says about this situation. Pout Interactive was one of the hottest names in fitness during the pandemic. With more than 6.2 million members, Pout stock was one of the bright spots in the coronavirus stock market rally. Shares saw a gain of more than 440% in 2020, but after reaching a peak in January 2021, Pout stock has been on a steep downhill ride. The future of the company remains uncertain in the wake of layoffs and reported takeover rumors, though that buyout buzz recently sent shares soaring. Okay, because when after Corona hits, shares of its price soar, but then in January 2021, uh, after reaching its high, um, it's been on a steep downhill. But then CEO change, and now people buy it because they hope that it's gonna be different this time. Peloton generates most of its revenue through sales of bikes and treadmills, which range in price from 1,000 to 4,000, something like that. Peloton stock earnings, Peloton CEO steps down, layoffs ahead. Nike to buy Peloton. Peloton stock skids after production pause. Stock fundamental analysis. Stock a buy right now. Okay, let's look at this. The long-term outlook for Powell remains intriguing, but the technical picture is weak. Bottom line, Powell stock is not a buy right now. The stock has a long way to go to prove itself. Okay, with shares roughly 79% below all-time highs. Mm. Quarter first earnings sent Powell stock well below key technical levels. The fundamental and technical picture has only worsened. Mm. What the equipment production holds, okay? I invested $100 into it. And now here it says hmm, not buy, not sell, as a neutral, standing as a neutral position. Uh, the fundamental and technical picture is only too worsened what the equipment production holds. A takeover deal by Amazon, Nike, or another suitor could push up out in stock, okay, which is already getting a big pop. But if a deal doesn't come true, mm, Paladin shares could give up all those gains and more. Investors would do well to wait and see if Paladin can sustain an upward move and build a proper base before thinking about buying. Would do well to wait and see if Paladin can sustain an upward move and build a proper base before thinking about buying to find the best stocks to buy and watch. Hmm. Okay. Technical analysis, fundamental analysis. Let's look at fundamental analysis. To determine whether Paladin stock is a buy now, fundamental and technical analysis is key. IBD composite rating of 29 out of best possible 99. The rating measures a stock based on the most important fundamental and technical stock pricing criteria. The composite rating looks at earnings and sales growth, profit margins, return on equity, and relative stock price performance, and among other metrics. Hmm. After its big run in 2020, Paladin stock's relative strength rating has taken a big hit as more people return to gyms and in-person fitness classes. Okay, it's all negative. So it's not a buy. 3 defense stocks considered during the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Leave updates. Russia ready for new talks once they where. Pilgrim's Pride stock is sprouting. Golden opportunity ways to play surging gold prices. A member of the silent majority. On day 7 of Russian assaults. 3 more tech stocks to target during market weakness. The top 3 stocks to buy in March. All stocks to watch as Russia have large 3 natural gas stocks for March 22. Hmm. Okay. As day 7 of the Russia-Ukraine conflict dawned, Russia continued its attack on crowded Ukraine cities, and a lengthy convoy of Russian tanks and other vehicles advanced slowly toward the capital of Kyiv. Russia's escalation Wednesday came as President Joe Biden, in his State of the Union speech to Americans on Tuesday night, warned that if the Russian leader didn't pay a price for the invasion, the aggression wouldn't stop with one country. Here's a look at key things to know about the conflict. Possible talks, what's happening on the ground. What Biden said, Russia increasingly isolated. The humanitarian situation, development at the United Nations, seven solar stocks that are ready to shine. The renewable energy sector for decades. One reason for that is the technology was not ready for prime time, at least not in a cost-effective way. That is changing rapidly, and what it the opportunity to be found in renewable energy stocks. However, within the renewable energy sector, wind and solar remain on top of the pyramid. The focus of this unique presentation is on solar stocks that are ready to break out. Okay, let's skip on this one and let's see what this is. Top three stocks March and Palo Alto Networks. Hmm. There are not many articles to read. Uh, let's look at some of the companies mm, and see what I can do about it. Okay. We got Neo. Mm. Oh no, let's talk about the company named Block. Mm. Is Block stock a buy right now? It's not too late to buy stock of Square Parent Block, analyst says an upgrade, while its revenue is increasing year by year. While Block stock charged higher on Monday. Hmm. Even after earnings surge, stock still trades at a massive bargain. Exploded today. Four top stocks trades for Monday. Okay. Block stock popped after its fourth quarter report, but remains far below its all-time high. The growth of Square Seller business offsets the slower growth of the Cash Bitcoin business. Block's growth will likely decelerate in 2022. Hmm. As it ramps up its spending, the fintech company will generate much slower growth in 2022. Okay, Block is a fintech company. Okay, 7% on February 24th. Okay, just ahead of its fourth quarter earnings report. Mhm. It posted better than expected numbers after the market closed, and shares have gained another 33% since the release. But even after that big jump, the stock remains more than 55% below its all time high of $289, which it hit last August. Should investors consider accumulating some shares mm, of this fintech company today? How rapidly is Block growing? What's next for Block? The valuations and verdicts. Okay. let's see what it says about this company. How rapidly is Block growing? During the fourth quarter, Block's revenue rose 29% year over year to $408 billion, which beats announced analysts' expectations by $20 million. Bitcoin revenue, which is generated from the Cash App, increased 12%. They marked a significant slowdown from the segment's dizzying 889% growth in the prior year quarter. However, Cash App's transactions and service-based revenue still rose 45%, respectively, to a combined total of $509 million as more people used its peer-to-peer payments. Block's margins have mainly been squeezed by higher investments in its ecosystem, its overseas expansion efforts, and fresh marketing campaigns. Mm. The rapid growth of blockchain's Cash App platforms, which operates at lower margins than Square's seller platform, is exacerbating that pressure. A lot of Block's growth is still pinned to Bitcoin's volatile prices, so it has got to do with Bitcoin. It's a fintech company. Mm, okay. Tougher competition in the digital payments and BNPA markets from PayPal, Affirm, and other rivals could also impact its trajectory. So it's got a lot of competition. So mm, investors should still uh, like look at it and see it objectively instead of buying it uh, massively. The valuations are already based on the outlook. Block initially looks like a bargain, trading at 3.9 times this year's sales. Okay. Block has a lot of long-term growth potential, but it doesn't seem like a particularly compelling investment in this difficult market. Its growth will decelerate significantly this year. Its margins were contract and it still commands a premium valuation. Hmm. Investors might want to check out other more promising fintech plays before chasing Block's post earnings rally. Okay. Hmm. Some are negative. Hmm. One last article and I'm done tonight. Uh, what do we have tonight? Etsy, Etsy. Hmm. Better Amazon disruptor Etsy versus DigitalOcean. Both establish user communities to foster a competitive advantage. Etsy is only one company of the two earnings profit. Outside of identity as tech stocks, Etsy and DigitalOcean appear to have little in common. One has built a niche in the e-commerce space, while the other app offers cloud infrastructure services. Despite different businesses, both also happen to compete with Amazon. However, both Etsy and DigitalOcean took a remarkably similar approach in challenging the tech giant. Moreover, they have succeeded to such a degree that picking one as the better disruptor requires a closer investigation. Some intriguing commonalities. Both companies serve small and medium sized enterprises. They also provide transparent and affordable pricing that draws such companies. Etsy will allow vendors to sell products on its site, costing as little as $0.20. Although DigitalOcean's pricing is not quite that low, It follows At's example of simple, predictable pricing, allowing businesses to buy only the services they need at a low price. Financially, unlike Etsy, the ocean is not profitable. Still, its revenue of $429 million grew 35% year over year. Winners through building user-based communities. Digital Ocean. They have disrupted Amazon successfully, and their stocks continue to beat the S&P 500 as a result. Given their small sizes and continuing increases, all these stocks should continue outperforming the indexes over the longer term. However, if choosing one, I give you a slight edge to Digital Ocean. Digital Ocean operates in a faster growing industry, and the stock appears to reflect that increase well. The growth and its smaller size may provide the cloud stock an advantage as it makes the cloud more accessible to small businesses. There's the ocean, okay. Taken with some reverse reserve. Quality of growth. Growth is good. Okay, Etsy Inc. share price lifted 22% to US $155 in the week following its full year results. It seems the investors are impressed with the performance. Today we'll inspect the growth rates in order to see if Etsy's performance is reliable. Last annual report hmm, posted revenue of $2.3 billion in line with what the analyst predicted. However, Etsy surprised by delivering a statutory profit of 3.4 per dollars a share, notable 11% above expectations. Okay. In order to get a better picture of performance, we will evaluate both the quality of past growth and future expectations. Okay, let's look at a takeaway. Key takeaway: Axis is growing but not scaling too well, at least not yet. The company is still young, and the nature of their business may allow for better profit optimization after the growth pace. Currently, the company is sacrificing both the gross and operating margin in order to drive growth. Okay, while investors cut growing companies some slack in this regard, it is something to keep track of in the longer term. The stock jumped on a positive earnings result and seems to be in line with what the future forecast for the company. Hmm. While the price target declined, the stock still has a good 40% upside according to analysts. Okay. And be aware that as is showing two warning signs in our investment analysis, which you may want to check. Okay. Hmm. Okay, one last article and I'm done. Let's look at positive one. Three beaten down stocks that could soar 59% to 121%, according to Wall Street. Analyst optimism about these stocks could be proved right at sea. Wall Street consensus estimate for ATSI reflects an upside potential of 59% over the next 12 months. All the e-commerce stock needs to do to make that happen is get back to where it was in December. It doesn't have to do so to deliver tremendous growth, even if the company focused only on its niche market of handcrafted products, as it would have plenty of room to run. The main challenge for Etsy will be to attract new buyers to its platform while boosting purchases made by current buyers. If the company makes progress on that goal in the coming quarters, the stock just might soar as much as analysts think it will. The company focused only on its niche market of handcrafted products. Handcrafted products. Okay, this is it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. All right. Bye bye.